Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, yesterday we did get the announcement that we're going to be getting a new EX tag unit and a new LF unit. Now we're not going to worry about the tag unit because that's not what this entire post is about. We're going to be focusing on the LF unit, and that unit is, of course, Super Saiyan Goku from the Frieza Saga. Now, we have the full details of this unit, like every single bit of information concerning this unit, so we can now break everything down and see how incredible, or potentially trash, who knows, this unit will be. So we're gonna go through absolutely everything. So it shows the Mighty Legends Limited Super Saiyan Goku, whose unique gauge rapidly charges as you charge ki, joins the fight. When the unique gauge is full, various effects will activate up to a certain number of times, including an increase to damage inflicted, abnormal condition and attribute downgrade cancellation, ki and health restoration, and more. Plus, activating a special move or ultimate arts while the unique gauge is full will power up the resulting effects. For example, special if unique gauge is full, draws a strike arts card next and plus 100% to the next strike arts damage inflicted on a hit. What in the world? So by default, he has to be a melee type. There is no way you're gonna force draw a strike arts card and get that massive of a boost to your next strike arts damage. That's crazy. So he absolutely has to be a melee type. But anyway, increases arts card draw speed for a limited time and nullifies the enemy's special cover changes. So not only does he force draw a strike arts card that gets a massive boost in damage, but you also get arts card draw speed up and you nullify cover change, which is fantastic. Special move if unique gauge is full, restores health while reducing enemy ki by 100 and enemy Dragon Balls by 1. So pretty much, it doesn't show on hit. I'm pretty sure it could be, but no, because if it was on hit, it would clearly state on hit. But let's just go off of the assumption that it's on hit, right? You restore your health and you leave the enemy defenseless in the sense that they can't follow up at all. They have no ki. You literally knock it all down. That's unbelievable. So you either have to force switch, or maybe a tag unit can go in that will actually give them ki or something of the sort. They would, if you land your special move while your unique gauge is full, they are on the defensive. That's crazy. And plus you ruin their chances of getting a Rising Rush because you knocked down a Dragon Ball. And it doesn't show any limitation for that, or at least from you know, what it's showing right now. It could have a limitation later on when we actually get to the actual specific details, but who knows. Anyway, ultimate if unique gauge is full, inflicts all enemies with no switching and nullifies the enemy's endurance events. So of course, endurance nullification, that's a given. It's an LF unit. If he doesn't have it, something is wrong, right? But inflicts the enemies with no switching. That is fantastic. So if you're gonna try to knock out a unit that has endurance, you're gonna need to make sure that the unique gauge is full before you pop that ultimate attack, so you can take full advantage of that scenario. Especially because we got lots of endurance units that are being used right now. We have Zenkai Future Trunks, we have Zamasu, we have LF-17. Those units get used a ton. So yeah. Anyway, now into more details. So thank the Lord, this Goku is a blue unit. Thank the Lord. I was saying, if there's any element factor this unit needs to be, it's blue. He needs to be a blue unit, and he is. Thank goodness. That potentially may give us more counterplay against VEGITO blue. So I'm completely happy with this. Moving on. Character tags, of course, Sun Family, Saiyan, Super Saiyan. Episode for Frieza Saga Z, of course, because it's part of the campaign. Main ability. This ability will destroy a card and draw an ultimate arts card to replace it, allowing you to easily pull off an ultimate during a combo. Plus, activating the main ability after unique gauge has already been filled once will charge it by 50%, making it easier to fill up again. So if you land the ult, then you get your unique gauge set to 50. That's fantastic. So there's that. Randomly destroys one of your own cards and draws the ultimate arts card, Super Kamehameha Burst. Really? That's what they're calling it? I mean, I'm fine with it, but well, I guess it's not necessarily the LF, so I guess that makes sense. Anyway, Super Kamehameha Burst next. Restores own vanishing gauge by 100. Holy. Okay, so you pop your main, you get your vanish back. Restores own health by 30% and ki by 50, so you're guaranteed to use any card in the game, unless, you know, certain circumstances arise. Cancels enemies' attribute upgrades and buff effects. Wow. Very, very powerful ability. Holy. So, again, canceling buff effects is always going to be an extremely powerful ability in this game. Prime example, just to make it like easy to understand, let's say you're up against Beast Gohan. Okay, so let's say Beast Gohan is up. You use Rising Rush. Whether you miss it on Beast Gohan, whatever the case may be. As long as you activate Rising Rush, Beast Gohan gets endurance. And then you throw in this Goku, you pop your main ability, and then you throw it out against Gohan. It nullifies his buff effects, so he loses his endurance. You can obliterate him. That's it. That's how great being able to cancel buff effects is. That's fantastic. So there's that. And then also charges own unique gauge by 50% if it's been filled at least once, which it said earlier. Requirements, 25 timer counts must elapse. So there's that. Z ability 1, plus 22% to tag Saiyan base strike attack and defense during battle. Z ability 2, plus 26% to tag Saiyan or episode Frieza Saga Z base strike attack and defense during battle. And then Z ability 3, plus 30% to tag Saiyan episode Frieza Saga Z or tag Sun Family base strike attack and defense, and plus 15% to episode Frieza Saga Z base blast attack during battle. And then finally, Z ability 4, plus 38% to tag Saiyan episode Frieza Saga Z or tag Sun Family base strike attack and defense, and plus 18% to episode Frieza Saga Z base blast attack during battle. So again, you have options of teams that you can throw them on. It's either Saiyan or Frieza Saga Z, or even Sun Family. Again, Frieza Saga Z is still developing, so you can use this unit on there if you want to. It's not impossible, you definitely can. But if not, then probably either Sun Family or Saiyan might be a safer bet. Okay, Strike. Press opponents without fear of incoming blast attacks using Goku's blast armor. That was the one concern I had about this unit, was if he had blast on Strike or not, because we saw from the initial teaser or trailer or whatever that he has blast armor on his special move and his ultimate, but we didn't know if he had blast armor on Strike. This confirmed it. So impact, blast armor when charging forward. Extremely powerful ability. Blast armor will always be a very powerful ability. Blast, impact. So just regular blast, no extra abilities or perks to it. Special move. Activate this powerful special move art when the unique gauge is full to restore own health. It'll also reduce the enemy's Dragon Balls by 1 and their ki by 100, so it can continue to suppress your opponent's movements even after the attack has finished. So, deals massive impact damage, blast armor when charging forward. Again, so that helps especially in neutral. If unique gauge is full, resets own unique gauge to 0, and the following effects occur upon activation. Restores own health by 15%, plus 50% to special move damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, reduces enemy ki by 100, reduces enemies' Dragon Balls by 1, restores own unique gauge by 50% on hit if there is a defeated battle member. Okay, so there's the caveat. So again, the initial synopsis that it had at the beginning, I had a feeling it was probably leaving some things out. This is all the specifics. So when it comes down to the special move and the unique gauge is full, you know, you're gonna be restoring some health, you're gonna be dealing some damage, right? You're gonna cripple your opponent very well. Like, honestly, again, key down by 100 so the gauge is completely empty, and you knock down a Dragon Ball. So if you had Rising Rush, you don't have Rising Rush anymore, right? You also get your unique gauge filled up by half, which is fantastic. But again, that caveat is if there is a defeated battle member. So again, it's not too bad. That is like decent balance, but this Goku doesn't seem like the unit that you would want to lead off the battle with, and more so that unit that you want to throw in the midst of battle, or that you might want to keep along for, you know, the long run. So it's not bad. It's definitely not bad, but I'm hoping that seeing that, you know, you get that unique gauge buff when there, you know, there's a defeated battle member, I'm hoping that he has stats and abilities that's going to boost up his strength and defenses to some sort of degree to have him survive for a long enough period of time to take advantage of all this. So Again, so far it's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Actually sounds really, really good. If the unique gauge is not full, the following effects occur upon activation. Plus 30% to special damage inflicted for 3 timer counts, reduces enemy ki by 30. So, if it's empty, you still get a damage buff to the special move, and you still knock down some enemy ki. That's still good. So, that's a solid special move all around. Now, special skill. This powerful special arts will increase arts card draw speed and nullify enemy special cover changes for a set amount of time. Plus, it can be followed up by a strike, blast, special move, or even ultimate arts, which can make for some serious combos. If used when the unique gauge is full, this special arts will also draw a strike arts card and increase the duration of the arts card draw speed and special cover change nullification effects. So, wow, that sounds really good. Holy. So it's a special skill that allows you to combo into anything. Literally any single card in the game, you can combo into it. Apart from Awakening, because obviously this unit isn't going to have an Awakening arts. So, yeah, comboable arts, strike arts, blast arts, special move arts, ultimate arts, blast armor when charging forward. So I think it's a really good thing that this Goku has blast armor on everything. Which means that in neutral, you really need to be careful against this unit. Again, strike, special move, special skill, and ultimate attack, because there's no other ultimate attack's not gonna have blast armor. This unit has it all in terms of like oppression. So you want to be very careful against this unit. Anyway, if the unique gauge is full, resets own unique gauge to 0 and applies the following effects to self upon activation. Restores ki by 50, so that's good. You can use any card in the game with that. Plus 30% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts, so you get a damage buff. Not bad. Applies the following effects to self on hit. Draw a strike arts card next. Activates once. Okay, nice. Yeah, the force draw the strike. Increases arts card draw speed level, or arts card draw speed by 1 level for 10 timer counts, which is good. Plus 100% to the next strike arts damage inflicted cannot be stacked. So good thing that it can't be stacked. Could you imagine if you had 4 special skills and then obviously one of them would probably force draw a strike arts and then you just suddenly have plus 400% to the next strike arts? You would annihilate anybody who came your way. So that'd be crazy, but of course it can't be stacked. So if you have a special skill and then you use another special skill, it'll just reset it back to the 100%. So that's that. Applies buff effect. Nullifies enemies' special actions that activate when changing cover for 10 timer counts, so nullify cover change, that's good. Also restores own unique gauge by 50% if there is a defeated battle member. Wasn't that one of the abilities that was also for the special move if the unique gauge is full? So you have the ability to either land your special move or your special skill and be able to raise your unique gauge by 50% if the gauge is, full. Which is really, really powerful. We will have to see how that works out. That's actually a really good ability. And then, if unique gauge is not full, applies the following effects to self upon activation. Restores ki by 30, plus 20% to damage inflicted for 15 timer counts. Okay, not bad. Again, simplistic, but it does work. Applies the following effects to self on hit. Increases arts card draw speed level for 5 timer counts. Plus 30% to next strike arts damage inflicted cannot be stacked, and then applies buff effect nullify enemies special actions that activate when changing cover for 5 timer counts. Okay, so if your gauge is full, you nullify for 10 counts. If it's not full, 5 counts, but you still get cover change nullification. So that is good all around, regardless of how long it may last for. It's still good. And then the last card, Ultimate. This fearsome ultimate arts will inflict all enemies with no switching if the unique gauge is full. Plus, the increase to ultimate damage, minus 100% to sustained damage cut effects, nullifying of endurance effects, and more are guaranteed to put some serious pressure on your opponent. And I'm not gonna lie, from what they've been telling us so far, this unit is mad oppressive, so we'll see. Deals massive impact damage, blast armor when charging forward. So that's the ultimate confirmation. This unit has blast armor on everything, obviously apart from blast, because that wouldn't make any sense. So yeah, this unit's neutral is going to be extremely strong, very strong. So you want to be very careful against him. If unique gauge is full, resets own unique gauge to 0, and the following effects occur upon activation. Plus 40% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Applies attribute upgrade minus 100% to enemies, sustained damage cut effects to self for 3 timer counts, which means literally you just pierce through the defenses. That's pretty much it. Nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacks for 3 timer counts. So you nullify endurance. Inflicts all enemies with no switching for 3 timer counts. So they're stuck, which is also really, really good unless you're up against a green unit. And then, of course, restores own unique gauge by 50% on hit if there's a defeated battle member. Wow. Yeah, so your special move, your ultimate arts, and even your special skill all have the ability to keep your unique gauge at 50% if you land it while it's full. So you have multiple opportunities to keep that unique gauge going and going, which is really, really good. And then if unique gauge is not full, applies the following effects to self upon activation. Plus 30% to ultimate damage inflicted for 3 timer counts. Applies attribute upgrade minus 50% to enemies, sustained damage cut effects for 3 timer counts. Nullifies enemies, restores health when it reaches 0 effects when this character attacked for 3 timer counts. So no matter what, this ultimate attack nullifies endurance, which is great. But then, you know, the amount of damage that the ultimate will deal, and the defense like debuff that you give to the opponent, or I guess you guys know what I mean, like, you know, the sustained damage cut, it's half instead of 100. So it's still decent, but it's just not 100%. All right, now we get to the other stuff. Unique ability 1, an immediate plus 50% charge to the unique gauge at the start of battle makes it easier to fill up. Plus, drawing an arts card and decreasing strike and blast arts costs when Goku enters the battlefield, as well as restoring ki, activates once, activation count resets after character switch every time you land a strike or blast arts hit, means that this ability makes stringing together combos a breeze. Immediately take the offensive when when the battle starts, or when switching to this character. So we have plus 20% to damage inflicted against LOE. That's actually good against Tag Goku and Frieza. So there is that, because I mean, let's be honest, nobody's using LOE, and like, no, we just got the Zenkai for LF full power Frieza. We all know that unit's not really able to perform to the best of their abilities, so that unit is probably not going to be used like that. So this is just going to be good to keep Goku and Frieza in check, hopefully. Anyway, applies the following effects to self when battle starts. Charges unique gauge by 50%, which is fantastic. Plus 90% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled. Reduces damage received by 70%, cannot be cancelled. Plus 60% to ki recovery, cannot be cancelled. Increases arts card draw speed by 1 level, cannot be cancelled. So that means that this unit has the ability to boost their arts card draw speed beyond just 1 level. Because remember, I forgot which ability it was, but earlier there was the means of being able to increase your arts card draw speed. So knowing that you're able to do even more than just that is fantastic. So, wow, all right, that is definitely a good thing. Applies the following effects to self when this character enters the battlefield. Plus 70% to damage inflicted, cannot be cancelled, cannot be stacked. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. Minus 5 to strike arts cost, cannot be cancelled, cannot be stacked. And minus 10 to blast arts cost, cannot be cancelled, cannot be stacked. So that's also really good, which means your strike is at 15 and your blast is at 20. That's fantastic. So you get the arts card draw speed, plus you also have the lower cost to those initial arts cards like strike and blast, which means combos can last for a long while if this unit is utilized very effectively. Applies the following effects to self upon landing a strike or blast arts hit. Restores ki by 40? Activates once. Wow. Okay. I see this as like a way of balancing the character by giving them an initial ki buff, but also not making it a repetitive thing. So I mean, it's powerful. It's definitely powerful, point blank, but still. Activation count resets after character switch. Okay. Never mind. Because the way how I was seeing it is, for example, Vegito Blue, not the Ultra unit, but the LF unit, right? When he first released, every time you landed a hit, you got 5 ki and you got a strike arts card. So I see this as a similar method, I guess, because you already have the arts card draw speed, right? Like, and then you have like the lesser arts card costs already. So I understand if you're not able to like force draw a card, but you're gonna have enough key to be able to keep combos going, actually to a better extent than how it was for that unit back then, because you get way more key, right? And those counts reset every single time, much like how it was for that unit. So that's actually a really, really good ability. It's going to be extremely powerful. Plus 10% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Restores vanishing age by 10%. Really? What the? Okay. And then -5 to special move arts for 10 timer counts. So every time you land strike or blast, you get a bit of your vanish back, which means this unit could darn near just not be able to be caught. Like, unless he's like last man standing or something. So, wow, okay. All right, now we have the final bit of information. Unique ability 2. Goku has a special cover change against strike arts. Completely makes sense. And that's not all. This character's greatest strength is a unique gauge that rapidly charges according to own ki charge time. When the unique gauge is full, it'll restore health and ki, increase special move and ultimate damage inflicted, cancel abnormal conditions and attribute downgrades, and more. Plus, there's also a one-time effect to draw a special arts card, which can display some immense power if it's used when the unique gauge is full, which, you know, we already know it could do. What's more, with this amazing ability, you'll even recover health when hit by an enemy's arts attack and reduce their ki. Oh, goodness gracious. I'm starting to think pairing up this unit with Pan would be very scary, right? Because you guys know, like, as you attack Pan, well, I mean, Pan already cripples ki, just she has so many ways of doing it. So pairing this unit with her could be very scary, but you know what I mean? Okay, so we have knocks enemy back to long range if a cover change is performed against their strike arts attack, activates during assist, comboable arts, special move. So he has strike cover, you can follow up with your special move. Rapidly charges own unique gauge according to key charge time while this character is on the battlefield. Applies the following effects to self once unique gauge is full. Draw a special arts card next, activates once. Activation count resets only when one allied character is defeated. So you have the ability of getting a special arts card. Well, it says once allied character is defeated. I'm assuming it. Yeah. So it would be a max of 2 times that it could reset. So, which is still fine. That's still perfectly fine. So there's that. Randomly draws 1 new card when you have 3 or fewer cards. That's good. Restores health by 15%. Activates 5 times. Okay. Restores ki by 40. Plus 15 to damage inflicted. Cannot be canceled. Activates 3 times. Plus 10% to special move damage inflicted. Cannot be canceled. Activates 3 times. Plus 10% to ultimate damage inflicted. Cannot be canceled. Activates 3 times. Plus 20% to key recovery. Cannot be canceled. Activates 3 times. Okay, so there's that. Wow, all right. And it cancels abnormal conditions and attribute downgrades, which is fantastic. The following effects occur when hit by an enemy's arts attack. I can't read, I'm sorry. The following effects occur when hit by an enemy's arts attack while this character is on the battlefield. Plus 20% to damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Restores own health by 5%. Activates 5 times. Activation count resets only when one allied character is defeated. Reduces enemy's ki by 20. Activates 5 times. Activation count resets only once when one allied character is defeated. So again, it should be for a max of 2 times that those abilities can be reset, because obviously there's 3 battle members, 2 of them get defeated, you get that buff twice. So yeah, that's it with this Goku. I'm not gonna lie, he actually sounds really solid so far, especially being able to get the arts card draw speed, the lowered arts cost, obviously being able to have blast armor on everything, being able to nullify cover change, being able to nullify endurance. Like, all of that sounds really good, while also being able to pretty much maintain your unique gauge throughout the entire battle, whether you decide to charge your ki, or you land a special move, ultimate, or special skill while your unique gauge is full. So this unit has lots of ways of being able to oppress the opponent, And again, if you're on a team that's really like keen on sabotaging the opponent, like especially with their key, you can really make something happen. And also having that extra buff against LOE for obvious reasons, right? But having an extra buff against LOE can potentially help against Tag Goku and Frieza because they have the LOE tag. So I don't know, like this unit actually sounds pretty freaking good. I'm actually excited because again, it's really hard to mess up Super Saiyan Goku. Like it's Super Saiyan Goku. Like if you somehow mess up that unit, something is seriously wrong. But again, I am very, very excited to see what this unit is capable of. They should be dropping into the game, I believe, on the next daily reset. But I do want to know what you guys think about all of this in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.